What I'm getting for Aries here is linking into the energies. I'm picking up here who are you? Who are you? Okay, that's the message that I'm getting for Aries. Who are you? Who are you? I don't feel, Aries, you've put an awful lot of energy or input into finding out who you are as an identity. And I do feel that when you do get to know who you are, all your flaws, your good points, your bad points, your failures, your achievements, there's a lot more to it than that, but once you get to know who you truly are inside, your core identity, I feel that's when you can feel more of a whole person. And I also get, if you've got kind of, and again going into that narcissistic, toxic kind of background, if you've had toxic people around you, they will, if they see that you've got an authentic self, and this is what narcissists do, or borderline toxic people, if they can see that you've got some kind of authentic self about you, a true self, it scares them, okay? It scares them in a way of, it makes your core very strong. It makes your core very strong. And when you're dealing with people that don't have a strong core, they want you to have no identity either. You know, they feel threatened by your kind of strong core. So this is what I'm trying to kind of delve in deep here with this reading is, I don't think you've realised that your self-identity has been dissected by people around you who are pretty toxic, and the reason they've done this is because they have a very shaky, although on the surface they may like wearing that mask, acting, pretending, all of that, but inside they don't have that core identity. And when they see that you're without a mask, and they're very good at detecting this, these kind of people, when they see you without a mask and you are very authentic, very kind of real person, and you've actually took work to find yourself, and every word that you say comes from your inner core, and you don't have to think about it before you say it, okay, and think about, well, how can I make that person believe me and make them feel less of a person. You know, it's hard work for people who are narcissistic, and it's hard work for people who are toxic, because every word or sentence that they say, they have to kind of think about it. And if they've got somebody like you or like me in front of them who speaks their truth and speaks from the heart and the core being, this kind of confuses them. They can see it. They can see that you're totally transparent, that you're liable to detect them as fakes. Yeah. So here you are with your you've worked on yourself, you worked on your spiritual self, you worked on your core identity, and you're talking to this person. This person is like looking at you like they can't believe it, you know. And this is what I'm saying. If you've got people around you like this who look at you, you know, you've got the looks, you've got the body, you're beautiful, or maybe not, maybe you've just got the intelligence, maybe, you know, you don't care about how old you are, you don't care about you know, all these kind of idiosyncrasies. You don't care about having a great big mole on your face. You don't care about having these flaws. You know, you're kind of, you see what you get. You see what you get. Okay. And I've worked on myself, and I don't have any kind of insecurity. So this is me. I've been on a journey already. I've learned to all the kind of insecurities that I have. I've spiritually worked on them. So here I am. This is me. The whole thing, without the mask, without the acting. And when you're like that, when you're in that position of this higher self, of this evolved human being, these fake people, toxic people can see that a mile off, and they don't like it because they know they cannot target you for manipulation and ripping out your identity and stealing your identity and stopping you in your tracks and controlling you, manipulating you, and all of that. You only have to see that in the workplace. You know, you are very clever. You've got, you know, a first degree in something. You've worked on it. You've done extra courses. You've proved it on paper. And you know, you've worked on yourself because you want to be a higher self. And when you get a low vibrational person like that, they're in a higher position than you because they've lied and they've faked their way up to the top. And you know, why do people do that? Why do people fake themselves to the top? Why would anybody? You see, this is what I don't understand, because I'm not narcissistic, I'm not toxic, I hope not. What I say is the truth, you know. There's no bending my will, there's no bending of other people's will, there's no moulding, there's no putting people down. This is what you get, okay, because I've worked on myself. I don't wear masks, I'm not fake. And this is the kind of what I'm trying to teach people, and what I'm trying to put out there, really, is to not be like this, not be a victim to people like this. Okay, if anybody's got a comment there, if they've met somebody in the workplace who's gone up the ladder by just pretending and acting, please, and you've just watched them walk up that staircase to the top, and you've been left at the bottom because you've been victimized, but you've got all the qualifications, you've got the abilities and all of that, please let me know, okay, and put the comments down in the section so we can help each other, because I'd like to know more insight into that, if you've experienced that, and if you've experienced that, or if you're a person who's kind of realizing, wow, I do that, I pretend, and I put different hats on all the time, and I act my way through life, and do I show my true being? No, I don't. No, I don't. Why should I? And if you're that kind of person that does that, I'd like to know about you too. You know, leave your comments down below why you have to go to work every day and put on this acting role. So, let's get along with the reading, getting on a bit of a tangent there. So who are you? Who are you, Aries? Who are you? You know, and you have this self, you know, your strong self of self, because I think maybe you've had somebody in your family, maybe even just one member in your family that's said to you, it's very important that you know, that you focus on yourself, your strengths, your weaknesses, you know, because, you know, this is a journey, and creating this identity, and I think you've been good at keeping hold of that, Aries, because at the same time, I I hear you saying, why do we have to deal with these people on planet Earth? You know, why do we have to deal with these fake people? These people who are inside, they're haters and they're just putting a smile on and they're acting all the way through. Why do we have to put up with this? Just everyday people who don't feel the need to do that. I'm afraid this is life, and that song, Life is Life. Life is not easy, okay? Life is not easy. And you make it more difficult by having associations like this in your life, I feel. Somebody, you like to have a fire, and you like to light the fire, you like to be very passionate about life, right from innately, and that's how I would like you to be, Aries, is to have that fire, that passion for it to be lit, and you experience, you know, life to the full, you know, how you feel. Your spirit would like to dance, you know, your spirit would like to dance, because you have lit that fire and you have created this, you know, you're letting wild your inner core here, your authentic self and your identity. So, and that turns you on, you know, that whatever that does, whatever that is, that turns you on. But there are these people, I get these people around you that kind of try to dampen your fire. Try to dampen your fire. Sorry, I've still got a bit of a cold. And I see you're very passionate about, I really want that, I want that, I you know, I do want that, I do want that, I do want this for my family, I do want this for myself, I do want this feeling very secure and happy and content, I do want that for me and whoever I'm with and my family. So why stop? You know, why allow somebody to stop that? You know, stop that. Put out your flame like that. Why allow that to happen? And life's not easy because it's a journey, and you're on this journey, this road here. Let's pick out some cards. Yeah, you're trying to start a new beginning. I've got the rebirth card here. Oh, this is not good. In terms of you're denying your true calling. Oh, that is really sad. A fear of change. Hesitation. Okay, so that's you. And this is how this group of people have made you feel. The rebirth card in reverse. Now the rebirth card is you stepping out into a new adventure, a new career, sorry about that, a new career, a new life, or that's going to improve your life. But you feel that these people around you are trying to, whatever they do, they don't know you, they don't want to know you. They don't want to know you. They want to see you in this situation like this here, which is denial of your true self and calling and stagnation. Okay. Okay, so life isn't easy because you've been on this journey, and you know you've had these people, these flying monkeys around you, either at work or either you know, you may have looked the epitome of success. You know, you may have looked the epitome of success. You may have had the character to succeed. You may have had the character to strive. But these people around you have stopped you by blocking your way. And by preventing your true authentic calling. And this is where your life hasn't been easy because of this. And you need to, you know, don't put yourself in a victim mode. You could say, well, it wasn't my fault. You know, I was in a situation where I couldn't do anything about it, and you know, that's being a victim, and that's allowing these people to do this to you because you are sat there. Well, I didn't have the money, I didn't have the job, I couldn't do anything about it, I could not be with that person that I truly loved because I didn't have the money to do so. I didn't have the money to set up home with somebody that I truly was in love with, or move to a different country, or move to a different town to be with that person, because I couldn't, because I was a victim and I had to let that person go. I had to let that career go. I had to let that dream go. You know, partly blaming these people and also appeasing these flying monkeys and these toxic people, that I can't do that because, I can't do that because, and that fulfills them with their fragile egos of, oh, that's great, you're like us then, you know, you've got no sense of self, you've got no authenticity, you've got no ego, you've got no strong core, so you're just like the rest of us here, this herd. So that's great, we're happy, so we're accepting you into this herd now. So falling into this trap, and I think that's what I'm going to call this video. You know, I feel you may have fallen into this trap. You may have, you know, got to know somebody, and before you know it, you got the wedding ring on your finger, and then after that day of marriage, this person, you know, treat you like you were like a pet dog, you know, ownership. So you may have fallen into this trap, but it's time to own it, okay? Own it. And people have said to you, you know, it's all pipe dreams, it's all pie in the sky, you're never going to do that, you know, your dreams are going to end up in the bottom of a beer glass, you're not going to ever do that, you know who, you know, how are you going to do that? How are you going to achieve that? How are you going to achieve being with the person that you truly love? How are you going to do? You're not going to be able to do that. You know, how are you going to have that big flying job there? You know, you can't do that. You know, you're not capable of that. So there's this enthusiasm, and they treat it like it's some kind of game, like it's a game. You know, you go off with this enthusiasm, galloping away towards a dream, towards an aspiration, towards something better, and then you're stopped and people make a fool of you, you know, make a fool of you. And what happens when you're made a fool of? Every time you have this great idea, this great dream, and somebody trips you up and says, you know, that's stupid, what you're doing there is just going to fail, it's just going to fail, you know, you're stupid, you can't have the woman of your dreams, you can't have the man of your dreams. You know, that person, they may be a millionaire, or they may be, you know, somebody, the only person that you've ever loved, but you can't be with that person. So what do? You stop galloping with this enthusiasm. It's like you are zapped of your enthusiasm. That's your enthusiasm at the beginning. This is what I'm going to do, this is where I'm going, but before you know it, you're in this situation, which is you can't, you know, people make you feel fearful of this change, throwing cold water on it, you know, pouring oil into You know, it's like a fly in the ointment kind of thing. So you fall into this trap every time. That's what I'm getting here for Aries. Negativity, like a cycle. And you think, well, I might as well give up. I may as well give up because, you know, I've met this great partner, but I'm not going to go for it because I know that I can't do it. And you become very negative. And these people who get trapped in this, fall into this trap, end up, you know, being losers. They don't try to do anything in life. I mean, what is success for you? What is success for you, Aries? Is success for you money, happy family, health, helping others? You know, what is success for you? I mean, even if it's something that you feel it's a success, even helping others on a voluntary sense where you're not going to make money, you're not going to become this multimillionaire, or maybe you are a multimillionaire and you just want to give something back. So helping others. But then again, you get this voice here of these toxic people. How are you going to help others? You know, who do you think you are? You've actually done this in your life. You know, how are you going to help people when you didn't even know how to conduct your own life? How are you going to do that? So it may be anything, what you see as a success. So spiritual, if you feel that being spiritually sound is a success, helping the world to get a better place is a success. What's success for you? Because life is not easy. You have to push these people out of the way, and you have to be evolved and think and look at them, observe from a distance and think, okay, that I quite understand why that person is thinking that way, because they could not follow their dreams. And they're manipulating me so I don't leave, because I'm used to them. I am fulfilling their need here. So I'm manipulated so I don't leave because they need me. And all of this is in the mix. And I guess if you step back and you observe people like this, you can see if I did leave, this person would put up a fight. It may be a partner, it may be, you know, your family, it may be your sister, your brother who needs you around, it may be your mother, your father, anybody that may think, well, if we lose you, then you're not going to be useful towards us. So we don't want you to follow that dream. So I do get here, because of this, you're in a destructive love. You're in a destructive love cycle here. And this person can be very nice, very lovely, very attentive. And then the next week, they would be destructive. You wouldn't see them for days. You know, and if they do live with you, you don't feel as if they live with you. They treat it like a hotel. They will, you know, they don't even share a life with you as such. They will take you know, you will cook a meal and maybe want to sit at the table or something like that, a family dinner. This person will say, I can't stay, I'm busy, I've got to go. And so there's never that kind of, but on the surface, this person does not want you to go because you are serving their needs, okay? They don't want you to go. The Lovers card in reverse, they don't want you to go because you are serving their needs. So you kind of stick in there because family and friends love this person. You're thinking to yourself, what is love? What do I love? Is this what it's about? Me kind of being with somebody here. You may be, you know, you may have not even been married to this person. It may be just a long-term situation, or it may be somebody you're with because your family want you to be with that person because they know that that person is not going to stray very far. They're not going to take you into a different kind of life, and you're going to be there stuck with them. So this is what I'm getting here. Yeah, very much so for Aries. Who are you? Who the damn are you? Because you are the architect of your own life. And if you start to take control of this now, for some of you, you may have married this person, you may be in a, you know, so sort of jammed into this trap here that there's no way out now. There's no way out. That's what you feel. That's what you feel. I can't get out of this now. I know if I try to move out of this situation, everyone will turn against me, and I know that. I know that. So I can't follow my dream. I can't go for that great job. I can't go travelling. I can't you know, be friends with people that I truly want to be close to and be friends to. I can't be close to that member of my family who I dearly connect with and love, because this will upset all of these other people or other members of the family. So there's all this in the mix here. Maybe not, but you know, because they have fallen out with that person, I have to fall out with that person. And I don't want to fall out with that person, because that is the only person in my life that's inspired me to do better. That is the only person. Regret your choices and your life. I mean, it is easy to get in this trap with the in-laws, with extended families, trying to fit in and all of this, until I think you have to, if you're struggling with this, not able to express your core identity, your core true self, and living life to the full of you know, and bringing joy into your life. Because if you're doing what, you know, if you're pursuing your dreams, if you're being around the people you want to be around, if you want to be around that person that inspires you, if you want to be around, you know, if you want to pursue this goal here in a dynamic way, if you want to fulfill your passions, if you want to do that voluntary work, if you want to know other people outside this circle, you know, actually don't have this regret later on in life that why did I just brush this off or turn the other cheek, or why did I do that? Why did I do that? I must have hurt people along the way by saying I can't know you, I can't be around you because you're not acceptable to these other people. And that could be a lover, the love of your life. It could be friends, you know, you could have had best friends that were always there for you, and you've got these toxic manipulators who made sure you didn't have these people around you as support, because they didn't want you to have anything that they didn't have. You know, they can be so, toxic people can be so intricately manipulative. They think I didn't have, in the back of their head, they're thinking, well, I didn't have that as I was growing up. I didn't have that when I was your age, so you're not going to have that. I didn't get that. I didn't get the love of my life. I didn't do this. I didn't do that. I didn't pursue my career. I didn't. Okay. So this is all kind of pushed onto you because you have your dreams. You still have your dreams. You still have your inner identity. You still have your core. You still have your spirit. You know, your spirit is not being crushed. But the more this goes on, you're going to be there regretting what you did not do in life. And that's sad. That is so sad. Okay. Whether it's something stupid, you know, you may say something like, oh, I want to be a tour guide. You may be English or American. I want to be a tour guide in Kilimanjaro and go and climb that mountain and take people with me on a safari and show them the area and also study the historical sites there so I can teach that. And you've got a family thinking who've stayed in the same town, the same area all their lives, and saying to you, what the hell? Are you kidding? Are you kidding us here? How are you going to do that? So don't give up your dreams, okay? Don't give up your dreams. Don't let people crush your spirit, okay? In terms of love, this is another issue here for Aries. I think you choose a love here. I think you're the type of person who would choose a love, a marriage that suits everybody else and not yourself. And this turns to bitter regret eventually, okay? Waiting for those good times to turn up. You know, waiting, you could be scrubbing the floors, you could be cleaning the house, you could be making a beautiful home, and this person comes back and they don't respect anything that you've done to create this. You know, for you it's your little sanctuary. For them it's like a hotel, and they just come and they go. And they eat the food that you cook. They don't even say thank you. They shovel it down. See you later, I'm off out. And come back quite late at night. And you're thinking, just waiting for that very momentarily, that good time that arrives, which is very rare. So that could be in a relationship, or it could be male or female. I also get a family arrangement. It could be an arranged situation. Now it's easier said than done, but it's saying here, before you get your spirit actually crushed and denied of everything and you end up a loser, define yourself here. Define yourself. In terms of how do I define myself? Well, you define yourself by expressing to yourself, maybe not these people, to yourself, who you truly are, okay? And that is taking time out alone, taking time out and write down a journal, and write down and say, what do I love to do? What are my dreams? Where do I want to climb a mountain here? What hill do I want to climb here? Because define what you're not. Define what you're not. You still have passion. You still have a lot of love to give. You still have a drive and a dynamic here. So define what you're not, which is the devil card, okay? You are not the devil. And the devil, my readings denote that the devil is people that are toxic and narcissistic, okay? And this is what why my readings bring up the narcissism, is because narcissists are the devil in my readings, and you're not the devil. You're not toxic. You've still got that. You've still got that drive. You've still got that passion. You've still got that love for life, that zest for life. You know, you go out on a really sunny day and think, wow, it's fantastic. What a fantastic day. You know, we're going to do this today. We're going to do that today. And it's all very positive. You've still got that, Aries. You've still got that bounding kind of enthusiasm. And these people around you have not, okay, to a limit possibly. So, going to wrap up this reading. Define who you are not. And you're not like this, Aries. I get the King of Wands in reverse. You're not the King of Wands in reverse. Male or female, this is a male, Aries. You are the King of Wands in the right position, okay, who is optimistic, who is, you know, who's got fire and zest for life. But these people are negating everything that's optimistic around you, and they want you to be like this, the King of Wands, who is poisonous, is prepared to manipulate, who is prepared to have a bad temper, who is very kind of, who can be a tyrant because they're bitter, because they've not achieved what they want to achieve in life. And I'm going to leave it there, okay. This is not going to resonate with all of you, male or female. And this is in spring time frame. It's time to observe, Aries. Okay, it's time to step back and observe the people around you. What dreams did I want to pursue that got peppered? What kind of dreams did I want to pursue that was made to look foolish and ridiculous? You know, just think about that. So I'm going to leave it there, Aries. So if you'd like your own personal reading, your own situation, please give me an email. My email address is here at the bottom, okay, and I will send you my tarot and fees. Stay optimistic, stay that great enthusiastic person that you are. Go for that love of your life, go for that great job that you've dreamt about, do your studies, recreate your life, and go for it, Aries. Go for it, find yourself and bring yourself true joy, okay. Sending you lots of love, lots of blessings, and you take care. Okay, bye bye.